Hello everyone and welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to another 24/7 news report. The headline news today comes from Mike Keegan, and it's that Everton have joined the race to sign Jack Grealish from Manchester City. No talks have taken place between Everton and Manchester City, but Everton are aware of Grealish's availability. Any potential move would be likely to be in the shape of a loan deal. David Moyes has been an admirer of Jack Grealish for a long time. We ran a poll about this on the Twitter at Everton Newsfeed, saying Jack Grealish to Everton, leave us your thoughts, where 74% of the fans have said yes, 12% of the fans said that they are unsure, and 14% said no. That's from 2,500 votes, so thank you for everyone that did vote for that. And yeah, I think I've mentioned this before, but I think a lot of the Grealish move kind of moves on, are we paying his wages? How much are we paying? What's the fee involved? I very much could see Man City having to do a bit of a Sancho situation with Grealish, just because I don't really see a lot of interest being there otherwise, due to the wages, due to the potential fee involved, as previously mentioned. I'd love to get Jack Grealish in if we are able to get a good deal on that. I think he's still a fantastic player. I think he still has a lot to offer, and I think outside of that Pep system, if he's actually given a little bit of freedom on the ball, which I think is his best attribute, is that creativity and that, you know, that thinking power, I guess, in a sense, to get the ball and make something happen with it when it looks like nothing's going to happen. I feel like Guardiola's really diluted Grealish's game and kind of took away the best aspects of his game. And that's not disrespect to Pep, but I feel like that's what he does with these really creative wingers. He kind of dilutes them down a little bit. I think it'd be a fantastic move. I think it'd be a game-changing move. I still think he's one of the best players in the Premier League at his position when he's actually given a chance to play, and I think he proved that in the treble season. I think he proved that at Aston Villa. I think it'd be an absolute fantastic move, and I think it'd be one that Everton would be silly not to at least take a look at. But if they want us to pay even 50% of his wages, I think that's silly, to be honest. I feel like this is going to be very much a prove-it deal for Jack Grealish, and I see him dropping to a team like us, Crystal Palace, maybe back to Aston Villa, but I think he's going to go to a team where he can be the star man and the standout performer most weeks, so he can really get his career back on track, because at the end of the day, it's one of those where his career has stagnated a little bit now, and I think he needs that one season to go, no, I'm still who everyone used to think I am, and let me prove that to you. But the next bit of news comes from Mate Moretto, and it's that Everton are willing to pay the €40 million buyout clause for Villarreal striker THIERNO Barry. We had another poll on Twitter about this, which got 2,200 votes. Thank you to everyone that did vote, where 57% of the fans said yes, 37% said they're not sure, and 6% said no. Barry's an interesting one. 11 goals and 4 assists in La Liga last season, slightly underperforming his XG at 12.5. His numbers don't look fantastic. Aerial duels are really good. Progressive carries for someone of his size are good. A lot of them aren't really that good. But what I will say about that is a lot of that does depend on outlying circumstances, to be honest. Before he joined Villarreal at the end of the summer, I believe he did play 3 games for Basel in the Swiss Super League and had 5 goals in 3 appearances. But he seems like a really good player, really gifted on the ball, tall as well, 6'4", I believe. I can't seem to find his height, but I believe he's around 6'4". Good on the ball for his size. Has a bit of a similar play style to Beto, but I feel like he's a lot better on the ball, which I think is something we need. If we play these long balls in behind and he can do the same thing as Beto when it comes to holding off his man, controlling the ball down, I feel like Beto's biggest weakness is then when he gets the ball to feet, if he has to dribble, good luck, he's just not able to do that. Barry's someone who I think can do that, clearly has the ability. €40 million may be a bit much for someone who's had 1 season in top flight football, really, and Swiss league's not all that. But 15 goal contributions for a Villarreal side that did finish 5th in La Liga. The numbers do look decent. They don't blow you away, but at the same time, La Liga is a very good league. So to be maybe not great, but good in a majority of the striker stats you look at his age, I believe 22, it looks like it'd be a really good deal. I'm not sure about the price. Again, I'm a little bit iffy on the price, just because at the end of the day, I haven't seen much of him in top flight football, just 1 season. But I trust David Moyes, and if the club believe that he's good enough, I think we have a system in play where if we can get, say, a Grealish and a him in, he's going to have Ndai, Alcaraz, Grealish, all feeding him the ball. Three fantastic playmakers. May not all play. McNeil, obviously, all not going to play at the same time, but that's a good rotation of creative options. And then all of a sudden it looks easy for Barry when you've got a really good crosser like McNeil, you've got someone who can drive and play it low like Grealish, and then you've someone like Ilman and Dye who can do the same thing, drive, play it low, or even they could be good in a link play between Barry being able to hold it up and lay it off to one of those wingers or attacking midfielder. I think it'd be a good deal overall. He looks like a really talented player who still has a lot of room to grow, and I think will grow under the coaching of David Moyes. And the last bit of news today comes from TBR Football, and it's that Manchester United have joined Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham and West Ham in the race to sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin as a free agent. Already seen the news that Nottingham Forest aren't interested, and I believe that Newcastle aren't interested. So it makes it a little bit iffy to listen to this. I just don't see a world where Calvert-Lewin goes to one of those clubs. Maybe as a backup, but with the wages he was asking for us, if he's asking for similar wages, I just don't see a world where that's realistic and or a good deal for any of those clubs. I love Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I've said this before, but I just think his best move now maybe is to go to a lower Premier League team who are desperate for a striker. West Ham maybe. Fulkrug's been a bit weird for them. We still don't know what's going to happen with Mikel Antonio. I think some good performances from Calvert-Lewin and he could take the starting spot for West Ham. Maybe could be good, but I just don't know what to think about the future of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to be honest. I honestly think a move maybe somewhere like Italy may be the best for him, if I'm being honest. But that is all for this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Everton Newsfeed, and follow myself on Twitter at CallumBrannan3. And I'll see you all for the next video and or live stream that I am on.